Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded with Nemsun. How you doing? Welcome back. The cat is still sitting there quite happily. I've been on a little while. I've been doing a little bit of stuff over here, trying to build a farmhouse, but a non-standard farmhouse. I've been trying to build a farmhouse that fits in with the non-standard greenhouse. I'm trying to come up with an idea, and I'm kind of ready for putting a roof on. So we're going to do a bit of building today. I want to do a roof on here, and I think it's going to be kind of like a tin roof. I want to do it in this similar sort of chisel and bits, but also chisel blocks. I want to make it look a bit more like it's I don't know. I'm trying to think exactly what to call it, and my closest thing would possibly be Borderlands. Borderlands 2, that kind of thing. Maybe something Mad Max. Maybe something like that. Just kind of making this area feel very future-rustic. Future-rustic. Is that a thing? Can that be a thing? Have I just made it a word? Is that a word that I've just made? Future-rustic. Not futuristic, future-rustic. That could be cool. Okay, so future-rustic it is. I want to make future-rustic buildings. Oh man, I can't believe I just made something up. Because we've got these kind of blocks here, which is nice, clean Tyrian blocks. Tyrian blocks. And then we've got these things, factory blocks and stuff going on in here. And I know there's some other really cool chisel blocks. So I'm thinking of putting the roof on in a futuristic style. I want a futuristic style. Okay, so that's that. But also, while I'm doing this, while I'm creating this area, let me just come inside and see what I'm showing you. While I'm doing this area, right, it's supposed to be kind of like the area that the farms are on. So the cow, pig, sheep, and chicken farms will all go one side, and auto harvesting stuff going on over there, hopefully. And then on the other side, I don't know, or maybe cows and pigs one side and sheep and chickens the other side. I don't know exactly how I want to set it out just yet. And I don't know what I want to use for the auto killing of them all and all that kind of stuff either yet. We'll see. I might just want to leave it to manual kill, because I don't need the meat very often. With all of this automatic food being produced, I don't necessarily need automatic farms for the animals. So I might leave that. I might just have it so that they're ready, like that is there. I'll have it either side of the farmhouse, the futuristic farmhouse. And yeah, inside's going to be Applied Energistics 2. I want Applied Energistics 2 and cooking for blockheads inside here. Just some simple layout. I think over this side I kind of want the access terminal and stuff like that, so that from the outside you can also access the same access terminal. I know it doesn't really matter, but I would like it so that you can access it from the outside, or you can access from the inside, and have some cooking with blockhead stuff around the outside edge here where I've put this extra border. This border can just look cool. I'll have a door coming out into the main part of the greenhouse, a door coming out into the animal farm sections, even though I'll probably just be flying into the animal farm sections and culling as necessary. Yeah, so futuristic, that's what I want it to look at. And I don't know what futuristic is just yet, other than it's kind of Borderlands and Mad Max style future apocalyptic desert dwellings, so rusty metal and whatever stone, and kind of from a steampunk point of view, anything that's old and reusing things to make the most out of it with a future tech in there as well. Kind of fits this desert build, I guess. Kind of fits the desert build. So I want, yeah, I crash landed on a desert planet and end up having to use what resources I've got, kind of thing. Another thing quickly to note is that I've just had a little problem. Let's do it this way. Yeah, that'll fix it. Just had a little problem with my factory stuff, right? My factory has started producing platinum in all of the bits and pieces, and that was not the case before. So just in the recent update, the thermal expansion stuff has been added into the sieves. So I had a complete breakdown in the ability to make stuff and sieve stuff. Everything had stopped because platinum had been included, and the platinum was no longer going through. So every single one of these outputs here, every single one of the outputs from dusting had its variety of platinum. Either in this case, like platinum dust here, wasn't going through and was getting stuck. Now I should have the problem that I've got platinum ingots stuck in this area when it's all finalized and processed. Yeah, platinum ingots are now getting stuck in there. So I needed to put in a new drawer for platinum ingots, or expand one of the drawers that we've already got. And I think I'm just going to have another little section up here, and I will put that in there. What? No. Oh, I've done that again. I'm gonna have to break it with my fist. You know how it does that? I don't know why it does that. It's the setup of where you have to place the block. So if I place it there, it would be okay. Yeah. And then put platinum ingots in there. There we go. So we're kind of okay. I will rearrange this again later, but we may be changing up to applied energistics, so I don't know if I want to keep this whole original setup. I may have to rip it out and put applied energistics in place. Maybe I'll turn it into slightly more rustic area and have some more futuristic look in place. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I also want to get all of this kitchen stuff moved into there and have just a single chest, an ender chest type thing. So an ender chest with a provision of stuff in. And that's not going to be easy because there's a lot of applied energistics to get through before we get to the stage where we can do auto crafting and level emitters and just making sure things are set up. And it's going to be a great big setup just for food. But it's a great big setup that I fancy having a go at. So I probably will. And while I'm doing that, I will also have a little go at doing something futuristic in the building design. So anyway, let's have a look at this. We've done basic survival. I'm not sure why this is not complete. Maybe because it's got the ability to be completed again. So it says it's got unclaimed rewards, but I can't do it. And we've got some placeholders in here. So I guess there's a few problems. Maybe it's my fault for updating the pack in a certain way. I don't know. All of this stuff is as complete as it's going to be for a while. And the creating life is as complete as it's going to be for a while. The technological revolution, I just did this today. Some simple basic starting. And I got the loot chest because I'm not using the super crafting frames, super XP frames and all that kind of stuff. I'm not bothering using those just yet. I could use the teleporting super crafting frames to get around a bit. That would be awesome. That would be cool. But I don't really need to because I'm kind of all localized in an area. It was a comment, and I did see the comment, and I did appreciate the comment. But I don't think I'll be doing anything about the comment. I don't know if I'll be using the frames at all, to be fair. So, anyway, starting up Applied Energistics 2. If only I'd done this earlier, because now there's auto farms, and the slice and splice, and the storage of power, and all that kind of stuff. All this Ender IO stuff I've already done. If only I'd just taken a bit of time and done these few bits before doing all of that, I'd have been okay. But now I'm doing this, so I'll do some of this crafting off camera as well, because I've already done it in the series. Starting Applied Energistics 2. There are 4 main items that you will need to start AE2. 3 starts from a seed that sits in the water, 1 that takes 3 items thrown together in the water. Okay. They all need seeds grown in water. So while seeds are growing in water, I will be able to do a bit of building. Flux crystals, though, are easy enough to start off with. Fluix crystals. Do we call them fluix or flux? I always call them flux crystals, but they kind of have an X in it. Fluix crystals. Right, so charged Certis quartz. We can get. How many do we need? We needed 6 to start off with. Okay, so let's get 6 charged Certis quartz. We'll have 6 redstone dust, and we've got 6 nether quartz, yeah, and we need a pool of water. A pool of water. There's not many pools of water around. I wonder if this witch water will do the same thing. I don't really want to try it. I don't particularly want to try that. No, I don't particularly want to try it. And I don't have a bucket on me. Oh, there's a pool of water over here. My cooling pool. Let's see. Okay, so we throw one of those in, one of those in, and one of those in. And we get nothing back. One of those in. Hold on. Why am I not throwing with a right click anymore? Okay, I'll do it this way then. There you go. We get the unnatural stuff. There we go. Fluix crystals. Now, according to that, I only needed to do 2. Or 3, should I say. To make 6. Because, yeah, because they make 2 each. You put 3 components in and you get 2 back out. Which is fair enough, I suppose. That is quest completed. That means that I can get all of this stuff, can't I? No, now I've got to create these things. Okay. So, the next thing to create then. Each one of these needs to be powdered into a dust, which we can do in various ways. In the other quest, there is a sag mill. And sag mills do crush things down. But if you were doing AE2 on its own, then that would be a little bit more of a struggle. Sag mill here. Here we go. So I can crush. Let's make. How many do I need? Quest is. How many do I need? 1 of each crystal. Okay. I know I'm going to need more than that, so I'll do 2 of that stuff. I've already got 2 of that. I'll get 2 of that as well. Okay. So you put this Fluix crystal in, and it makes Fluix dust. You put nether quartz in, it makes nether quartz dust, right? And then there's also Certis quartz dust, which is the 3rd thing, but we get that from sieving, so we don't need to crush. It is basically one of these crystals crushed into this, and that's how that works, right? So we get those 3 different components there, right, for growing these special crystals. And this is the bit that takes a really long time to do, and I guess rightly so. We're growing crystals. Let's go. And we can just put sand with this dust, and that makes seeds. So I get 4 seeds from that one, and I get 4 seeds from that one, and I get 4 seeds from that one. And then that's it, really. I just have to grow these. And there is a quicker way of growing them, but you need to get into AE2 before you can start growing them the quick way. So we can't grow them quickly straight away, but we can grow them quickly over the long term. Over the long term. This is the kind of the method. It's been a while since I've done this, right? This item won't despawn, and it's 0.0%. Yeah? That's what they do. Now, I think that we just throw these into water. Let me just see. You can use it for any enchantments? What? Okay. No, that's not what you want. But I could throw these into water. So let's throw those in. Let's throw those in. And let's throw those in. Okay. Now they are all going to start growing. Crystallizing. Growing. Right? And a little bit later on, I'll come back and we'll have a look to see how much they've grown. But they need to grow to a certain amount before they're any use to us. Well, 100% they need to grow to get somewhere. And then that makes these. Yeah, these are pure crystals, pure Fluix crystals, pure nether quartz crystals. That's what we need to make these. Okay? And that can be seen in here, I believe. Yes, it can. There we go. Drop a Certis quartz seed made from Certis quartz dust and sand into a puddle of water. To make the progress faster, make a crystal growth accelerator. Crystal growth accelerators are here. They require Fluix blocks and power and also quartz glass and all sorts of other bits and pieces which take a little bit longer to create. But it's a good idea to get a few of these set up to accelerate the growth of the crystals. However, you do kind of need to power them using applied energistics setup. So you get a basic applied energistic setup to make this growth crystal work. So while that's happening, let's go and do some building. Okay, so for my Future-Rustic build style, I've chosen to have a look at the different things in Chisel. There's a lot of factory blocks in Chisel, And every single one of them can work with the futuristic style. Then there's also the Tyrian. I don't know even after that pronouncing of words. Tyrian. Where's it gone? See, well, I've got some here. Tyrian, and there was a Tyrian Rust that I spotted. I can't see Tyrian in here now. Ah, there it is. Tyrian. Tyrian disordered metal bits and so on. And there's a Tyrian Rust here, which I just had a look at. There's some quite nice little effects in these. There's some quite nice bits, including really shiny plates and the openings, and that. Yeah, I think the openings is what makes the front of the ship. And there's just some awesome little keen blocks, and all of them could be used as kind of like rusty old tech. Rusty old tech, like the modern world used again and again and again to fix itself. Fix it. And I particularly like these plates. Now, the trouble with all of this is that the chisel and bit didn't work with it last time I saw. So I'm going to have to see about doing something on here that I can change. And I don't know if I can change it with chisel and bit. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of working something out. These are kind of like, you've got to have lots of plates of things around the place. That might be better as a walling though, for futuristic. A futuristic wall. And I do want wood in the futuristic, because wood is a good alternative for any metal part. But metal would be the main like resource that you would use, old rusty metal, as a resource to just kind of reuse and have solid parts, but then only have wood left to do the rest. So you'd kind of futuristic it up. And it doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. I do have a chisel and bits bag and stuff. Let's see if I can chisel and bits it now. Previously, it would come up with that purple and black design that we so love when you chisel and bit something that's not chisel and bitsy. Let's take that. Boom. Let's go. And I will put some sort of like some glowstone in it somewhere as well at some point. Right, let's see. I suppose I should just do it on this here. Okay, so we want to take it so that we just take a chunk out, a little chunk. Okay, so it can now be chiseled, which is awesome. Okay, let's take a plane off. Yes, we can now take it down, but that's not going to allow us to place another block. You see here, it does a compatibility, but as soon as you take one, it becomes like the original block shape, which is exactly the same for every single one. So I'm not going to be able to use them in a great way. I'm not going to be able to use them like that unless I'm actually in blocks. So there's a problem that I didn't really want to face. You see, this has got a lovely little pattern to it, but as soon as I start chiseling it, the pattern goes away and becomes like a mess, which is not so good. I would like to shape it though. I would like to shape it a little bit. I just can't see how I can shape it when I don't have the ability to keep the pattern. So what's the other thing I could do? The other thing that I could do with these, is there a way of making things where you can make factory block cables? We can change that around, of course, but that's all there really is. Crafting it into different things. There seems to be a lot of different crafting recipes there. Or putting it onto the facade. Cable facades. Cable facades might actually look quite good. Cable anchors aren't too expensive to make. I wonder if the cable facades could do the job. Because we can put cable facades up and just have like a level above. A thin level is what I'm looking for. Kind of a thin layer. And hopefully if it still uses the connected textures kind of structure, then we might be good still. Let's just take this first layer off here. If anything, that needs to be made slightly thinner. It'd be nice if I could make it lower down. I might have to just put wood, a wood trim here with stairs and steps. I know I can do wood with chisel and bit, so we should probably go with wood here. I think it'll save a lot of time and problems. But while we're into AE2, let's have a look at doing the the cutting tool and things like that. I believe I've got everything I'm going to need in here. There's the. I've got some sticks. Yeah. I don't know if it was 2. I don't remember if it was 2. Put a piece of Certis quartz, or was it normal quartz? It was normal quartz, maybe. 2 bits of normal quartz. Oh, okay, we just need 1 piece of normal quartz. There we go. And then we get the quartz nice. That's tiny progressions. That's not the same one that I want. Like that, maybe. Or 2 like that. Or 1 like that. There was something like that. Aha! Like that it is. Okay. So we do need those. But I didn't know if it was like this. If I could do something. Yeah, I can do it like that. I can do it with quartz or Certis quartz. Can do it either way. And then we can cut metal down into cable anchors. So let's do a few of that. Because these things are good. Let's do that. And then we can take one of these blocks and put some of these around it. And we'll get a few of these cable facades. Networth aesthetics. Thank you. Now let's see if we can fix these onto stuff. Because the cable facades hide the cables away. That's the point of them. They are facades for the cables. But I think we can trick it into doing stuff by putting things on like this. And then maybe adding it on here. No. Does it have to be added to a cable? Seems like it does have to be added onto a cable. Okay, so I can't do the cable facades until I put cables in it. And why would I bother putting cables in it when I don't need to? So I think we're going to have to chop this out and go with wood. Maybe that's the point then, that we put this block in as the wall, and we'll take the wood out of the wall and put it on as the roof instead. And meanwhile, what are these doing? Let's see. So we've got all of them here. This is now 2% done. This is 2% done. And this is 2% done. Really, really slow without the Certis quartz upgrade. Really, really slow without the upgrade. And I think there's maybe a way that I can get to the speeding up faster. And I'm going to have a quick look at it now, just to see if I can make these growth crystal chambers faster. I need those which requires either fluics or crystals. These quartz fibers can do that with any glass. So I might be able to make this sooner rather than later. But I believe that I needed some cables for power. I believed I need the power first. And there's the energy acceptor. Energy acceptor, quartz glass and fluics crystal. I can do that. I can kind of do that early. I might be able to, because the pure ones I don't think I need for everything. I think the pure ones I only need for certain things. So an energy acceptor will accept energy from various places, but do I need it on a controller? And does the controller require everything? Well, the controller requires an engineering processor. Maybe I don't need the controller. Let's hope I don't need the controller anyway. Okay, so we made something new. Future-Rustic. I don't know how Future-Rustic is going to turn out. Future-Rustic is going to be trying to substitute metal for the stone, like the cobblestone in rustic builds, and wood work together in a rustic build. Maybe if it's stone and metals and all that kind of stuff in a rustic build, maybe that'll work. I don't even know yet. It is day one. It is day one of rustic building. Future-Rustic is a new thing. And does that look okay? Well, it seems to stick well. Yeah. And do I or do I not like it that far out? Because I don't really need the shelter. I'm in the desert. Having some kind of desert shelter is okay. Do I need it that far out? Do I want to take it back a little bit? I kind of want this to finish off, but I do want to be able to see inside it from here. Yeah. And then when we come into this section, we go in and we can see this metal work on the side here. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. Keep picking up chicken eggs and stuff from inside there every time I go in to sort it out. Not too bad. I do like having the quark stone walls and stuff like that available to me. That's nice. Decent. Okay, so yeah, but then do we go with a full-on up area, up and away? I guess this glass is definitely coming out. One thing for sure. And then do I have more of this metal working up, or do I start with a rusty rooftop? I think we're going to start with a rusty rooftop. I want to tie in some of the rusty blocks, some of these Tyrian rusty blocks, in with this stuff. So around the edge, I will do a chisel and bits version of this. I should think that this will chisel and bits. Let me just check it. You never know. Let me just check it before I wreck it. And there. So we get... Yes, we do have the ability to chisel and bits it. Good. So what I'll be able to do is just add on a plane like this. And then plane off the little sections of it like this. So I'll be able to add on an area. And then I should be able to do something with this rust as well. Where I can take this area back down to this kind of level. And add in some of this more stuff. And add in a little level around it. Take a little bit off. You know, I'll mess around with the idea of... I seem to have done a little bit of damage there. I'll mess around with the idea of it like this and start working something out. And also add in a little bit of a glowstone texture as well. Or at least a glowstone lighting effect. To give us a kind of a rusty trim around the edge there. I'll work on that. But for right now, let's work on the kind of the larger scale part of it before I start chiseling bits in everything. Let's stick a kind of an area here. And this will go into the next area, so let's have it so that it's supported by the frame here. And we'll just take that back, thank you. And this section, we're going to go here, right? Maybe I need to go all the way around it. If I'm going to bring this down here, then we're going to have a bit of a wall here. This needs to be a connecting between the two types of blocks, I think. I feel like that needs to connect up slightly. Which we can do. We can do that. And then bring that down here with some wood and some of that around as well. Kind of linking it all together. Should work. Should work. And then... Well, let's wait until the crystals are grown and let's start doing some AE2. Because I want to do the inside bit a little bit more with AE2. If I don't have the manoeuvring stuff around and the storage ready... then I'm just kind of building on top of this, and I want to be building the A2 into this at the same time. I think the other thing to do is just bring this roof around here. Maybe it'd be a valid idea to have a sloped roof in here. But which way are we going to slope it if we go a sloped roof in here? I mean, obviously we've got this rusty patch over the top of it, like this. Would we slope it from front to back and have the diagonal in the same way as the top? I guess we'd have to. We kind of don't need to, but I mean, we might have to. I might have to put a roof on leading from there down to there of some kind of wood. I guess I'll have to use the desert acacia again. Alright, so I'm testing out what can be done with this without needing to do everything. Right, we've got an energy acceptor, we've got a crystal growth accelerator, and we've got a little bit of cable to hold the two together. Right, and we'll get a little bit of glass on our way up. Anything's got to be better than how long it's taking to grow these crystals naturally. Anything's got to be better. Anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this up to here, I guess. It's just an experiment. And then stick that on there. And it is flashing. Okay. So it is working straight away. Now I don't know if we can... if it still gets the power there. It's crackling still, so technically it does still get the power there. Okay, I did not know that you could directly power these growth acceleration crystals at all, in the slightest. Didn't know. I apologise. Now I know. I can do something about it. Okay, so we've got that. I didn't need everything. I just needed that bit. let's go and upgrade this little section. Because these really aren't growing very fast at all. So I need to upgrade. Let's go down 2. Let's put that down there. Boom. And then the acceleration crystal accelerator on top of it. Now that should be working still. And now let's have a look. 12%. Boom. In it goes. Do we see a crackle? Do we see the crackle? Oh, another blood red moon is rising. 12%. Throw that in there. That only got 3%. I think I might have hit the step at one point and just sort of set it in the step. But is that working? Well, they do seem to be growing faster. Let's see. Did they grow much faster in that 3%? Well, yeah, that's faster. Still on 12%. Still on 12%. I'm just hoping that that is working and that is fast enough. Can I have a look at this thing from down here? Can I see it? It doesn't seem to be doing it, does it? Device offline. Okay, so we do need to do something about that. So let's have the energy acceptor there, and then that underneath it. Now, is that online? In the Walia at the top, device is now online. Yeah, so it does need the energy acceptor first in between, and then you start getting the crackle. Okay, so it just had some power previously. And then when you throw this in, that's 12% done. That should start crackling up. Anytime today would be nice. Throw those in. They should start growing a bit faster. I am still getting the power in here. Yep, everything's still working in here. Okay, this is good. We're getting there. We are getting there. And this should be faster now. We should see some element of this growing faster. Because I'm not doing anything other than building right now, which is fine. I enjoy doing that. But I keep coming back to it thinking maybe it's to 10%, maybe it's to 20%, and it carries on being just 12%. It carries on being no rate of growth whatsoever. And I would like to get done today. I need to get done today. I need to get things sorted out today. Oh, I'm not tired enough to sleep because it's Blood Red Moon. Awesome. So anyway, this is what we've currently got for the Future-Rustic. The Future-Rustic style. I do actually have some ideas for connecting these up slightly better, which I will do eventually as well. On the inside I've done it slightly better. Now this is too clean and neat. I need to put some patchwork in here. I need to make it look like it's patched up and broken down and all that kind of stuff. But overall, the wood and the metal and the stone works well together for a Future-Rustic. Future-Rustic shack. Now this Future-Rustic shack, let's get in here before the witch starts throwing stuff at me. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. It needs a little bit of work on the sides as well. I need a door in. I don't know if I can do a door that's the right colour in here. Can we do a door? Yes, we can. Interesting looking door as well. Okay. So forestry. So forestry can do all these things. I like a bit of forestry. Do you like a bit of forestry? I might do a bit of forestry soon. Have a little forestry tree farm that I can do stuff with. Let's see. That's not bad. Hey, Spider. Hey, Spider. How you doing? Hey, do you want to fight? Do you want to fight me? Fight me. There you go, die. It does look quite cool against the metal, actually, doesn't it? I feel like it does look quite cool against the metal. Let's set it inside and see if that's a better look. Well, it looks okay from the inside. Let's try it from all... Well, I was going to do 3, but I'm doing 2 now. Let's do the other one on this side as well. So all of the electronics and mechanics and stuff can be in that end. Right, let's have a look. Does it feel like... Does it look... It doesn't look too bad, actually, does it? Doesn't look too bad. And then maybe put in an upside down stair there. Just to add that colour in a little bit more. Maybe bringing it out here to add in a little bit more structure. Or maybe not. maybe not. I'll be playing with that for a little while yet, no doubt. But I do like the doors. I do like doors. Do I like the doors like this, or do I want the doors with the upturned step more? The upturn step kind of has a thing that needs a little bit of something extra then, doesn't it? It needs this kind of feel to it. It needs a little bit more. Maybe we can do that though. On a regular basis around here. No, don't like it. So there we go. Rustic. I can take all this out. I like the door. The door looks okay to me, but I need to change that bit out. So I will go with this here and this on this level. Like so. That's going to look better. That's going to look better. And then have the windows in there. That is going to look a little bit better. And then we can have a little bit of a pillar of some kind going up here as well. Maybe stone pillars. Maybe stone pillars holding it all together, keeping it all nice and safe and set up like that. Just add another level of detail. Oh, chickens and their eggs again. Having a little bit more detail to the Future-Rustic. Yeah, we can do that. I'm going to have to change this one out as well now. Let's go see how much growth those crystals have had, as we can't do much more while we've got a blood red moon night. Let's go over here and see. Yay! Okay, so did we do quest complete? Did it work? Quest completed. Let's have a look. Technological completed. Awesome. Okay, so we did that. We did 6 of those. We did 1 of each of those. Created. It's not consume though, but it is retrieval. It's not consume, but it is retrieval. Okay, it's got to see that they're there or something. Okay. And then we claim that reward. Do I have to pick one? I have to pick one. And it doesn't really matter which one, but let's pick the nether quartz crystal because nether quartz is the more difficult of them to get. Or is it? No, I don't suppose it is. Pure fluix. It doesn't really matter. Let's just get that one. I could have made some more out of those, but let's just make that one. That's fine. Okay, so we've done that. Completed. What's the next one then? So now we need to do the energy acceptor, which I've already done technically. And a vibration chamber to make the energy, which I can soon do. And then we're on to storage, which we need to do a chest and an ME storage. And we get a lifeblood heart for that. Yes. And then we're on to the control center. Okay. So still no sign of the overall thing, but do I get anything from these? No. Do I get anything from these? No. I don't know how I'm going to make the control center. I don't know how I'm going to make the control center when the control center requires a processor, and the processor requires an inscriber with the right press and everything. So I can make them without. I can make them with the inscribing press, or I can make them with industrial craft. Okay, that makes sense. That's a circuit, put a diamond silicon in it, make it a printed engineered circuit. That makes good sense instead of using one of these. Yes. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so still plenty more to do. I need to cool down, and then we'll go and have a look to see what we've got so far. That's it, cool down, thank you. Have a look to see what we've got so far with the Future-Rustic overall. There's more to do. There's more to do with it. But I kind of like how the tones and the colours are working in. Can I take these off the hotbar? Thank you. I kind of like the way it's blending into the area. I like the colours. I think I need to do a lot more, like making it look like a bit of a botch job. Making it look patchwork. Like this section here looks good because it's already got the patchy texture. It looks like plates of different things get put onto each thing, right? Maybe need some wooden planks put across windows and stuff like that. Maybe add some more different wood planks in here just to kind of make it look like it's been repaired a few times. That kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Just freshen it up a bit. Make it into a rustic design. And then we've got quite a lot of work to do on the inside still to make this edge look a little bit different. But I think the overall shape and style you can appreciate is there. I'm going to put some kind of like dirt and stuff in here, and coarse dirt and all that, and set the pigs off in there and that kind of stuff, and set these up, move all the animals around. That's going to take a lot of doing. I might just take 2 and kill the rest for food. and start rebreeding them all again. I think that might be the idea. And then next episode, once we've got a little bit more applied energistics sorted out, we can turn this into an actual useful room, which I'm looking forward to. I am looking forward to. Let us end today's episode in this corner. So thank you very, very much for watching today's episode. Today's episode, Future-Rustic. And of course a little bit of AE2 getting started. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for your likes and your comments. And don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next episode of Forever Stranded. Goodbye.